Welcome to another fascinating episode of Psych with Sigmund. Today we're going to delve into a crucial aspect of human behavior that affects millions of people worldwide, the psychology of addiction recovery. This concept is not only essential in psychology, but also deeply relevant to our everyday lives, as it touches on the complexities of human thought, emotion, and behavior. So, what exactly is the psychology of addiction recovery? In simple terms, it refers to the study of the psychological processes that underlie an individual's journey towards overcoming addiction. This includes understanding the factors that contribute to addiction, the mechanisms that drive recovery, and the strategies that promote long-term sobriety. Addiction often begins as a coping mechanism for stress, emotional pain, or other underlying psychological issues. For instance, someone might turn to substance use as a way to temporarily escape feelings of anxiety or depression. However, over time, the brain adapts to the constant presence of the substance, leading to physical dependence and the development of addictive behaviors. Several major psychological theories explain this concept, including the biopsychosocial model, which suggests that addiction is the result of a combination of biological, psychological, and social factors. This model highlights the importance of addressing all these aspects in the recovery process. Another key theory is the self-medication hypothesis, proposed by Edward Kantsian, which posits that individuals use substances to self-medicate for underlying psychological issues such as trauma, anxiety, or depression. Understanding this hypothesis can help us develop more effective therapeutic approaches that target the root causes of addiction. The transtheoretical model, TTM, of behavior change, developed by James Prochaska and Carlo Di Clemente, is also crucial in understanding the psychology of addiction recovery. The TTM outlines the different stages individuals go through during the recovery process, from pre-contemplation to maintenance, providing a framework for tailored interventions. Our understanding of the psychology of addiction recovery has evolved significantly over time. Initially, addiction was viewed as a moral failing or a matter of personal weakness. However, with advancements in neuroscience and psychology, we now recognize it as a complex condition that requires comprehensive treatment. Research findings have been instrumental in shaping our current understanding of the psychology of addiction recovery. For example, studies on neuroplasticity have shown that the brain can reorganize itself in response to new experiences, which underpins the potential for recovery from addiction. Moreover, research on mindfulness-based interventions and cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, has demonstrated their effectiveness in promoting coping skills and preventing relapse. One of the most significant controversies in the field is the debate over the disease model of addiction versus the choice model. The disease model posits that addiction is a chronic medical condition, while the choice model suggests that it involves voluntary behavior. This debate has implications for how we approach treatment and recovery, with the disease model emphasizing the need for medical intervention, and the choice model focusing on personal responsibility. With the help of therapy and support groups, Sarah was able to address her underlying emotional issues, develop healthier coping mechanisms, and eventually achieve long-term sobriety. Her story highlights the importance of a comprehensive treatment approach that addresses the biological, psychological, and social aspects of addiction. Another example is the concept of recovery capital, which refers to the internal and external resources that support an individual's recovery journey. This can include social support from family and friends, access to healthcare services, and personal attributes like resilience and motivation. Understanding how to build and maintain recovery capital is crucial for sustaining long-term recovery. In terms of real-world applications, understanding the psychology of addiction recovery can help individuals, families, and communities develop more compassionate and informed approaches to addiction. Recognizing that addiction is a treatable condition rather than a moral failing can reduce stigma and encourage seeking help. Moreover, therapeutic approaches like CBT, mindfulness-based interventions, and medication-assisted treatment, MAT, can be highly effective in addressing underlying psychological issues and promoting coping skills. For instance, Family members of individuals struggling with addiction can benefit from learning about enabling behaviors versus supportive behaviors. Enabling behaviors, such as providing financial support or making excuses for the addict's behavior, can inadvertently perpetuate addiction. In contrast, supportive behaviors, like encouraging treatment and setting boundaries, can foster a recovery-friendly environment. In conclusion, the psychology of addiction recovery is a vital concept in modern psychology, offering valuable insights into the complex processes that underlie human behavior and emotional experience. By understanding the theoretical background, research evidence, and real-world applications of this concept, we can develop more effective strategies for promoting recovery and reducing the stigma associated with addiction. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, may your ego find balance between pleasure and reality.